Hi everybody and welcome to Cryptid Watch. I want to thank you for all those that have been viewing the latest videos, the Brig Bogman, the analysis of the troll or Woodrow's capture from Wales. Thank you for the comments and views. Please spread the word so that we can grow the channel, and my hope is to one day be able to fund some serious expeditions to gather scientific evidence of cryptids in the UK and even around the world if I get the chance. I know that Adam Thorne is looking to do expeditions for Orang Pendek, based out of Australia, but there's plenty of opportunity around here to look for British big cats, to look for the woodwows, to look for sea serpents and lake monsters. So the more this channel grows, the more there'll be opportunity to produce that cutting edge content for you, which I hope will grow in production values and will involve recognizable names as we go along. But what I wanted to quickly talk about is a couple of years ago I was investigating the Beast of Exmoor, which is probably, I'd say, the most famous case of an alien big cat in the UK. Maybe the Beast of Bodmin might pip it, I'm not sure, but I would say the Beast of Exmoor at least started probably the modern cultural phenomenon, or modern reporting at least, of wildcats in the UK that are not native. We're talking about melanistic leopards, we're talking about pumas, mountain lions, cougars, whatever you want to call them. We're talking about jungle cats, we're talking about caracal and Eurasian lynx, which is supposed to be extinct here but is still being sighted. So a couple of years ago I wanted to investigate the Exmoor beast, the Beast of Exmoor. So I decided to call the farm in South Molton where the first series of attacks happened that kind of became national and even global news, where, you know, the Marines were sent in and they said they saw it, helicopters were flying over Exmoor, etc., because of this great spate of kills that started in the 80s. And so I made a call. I said that I have a YouTube channel, I'm interested in these things, and I spoke to the farmer in question. And he did really not want to talk about it. He said that was a very long time ago. He said, "Oh, you're asking questions now." Offered him money for an interview. He said there was no money. He could be paid for it. I even think he said honestly that he still sees it. Now, I don't know if that's kind of a false memory or it was a hurried conversation, or whether he was just referring to that he still gets interest about it. But I'm pretty sure he said something along those lines. Anyway. Afterwards, I followed up with an email because I just wanted to try again, can we talk about this? And I got a very, very curt angry reply from a family member, I won't say exactly who it was, who said basically, don't contact my dad again about this. He did not say he still sees it. Just very, very angry, very curt, very abrupt, making it clear that, you're not welcome to talk about this, even if you're offered money. We don't want to know. And I was quite taken aback, to be honest, having spoken to or been in contact with witnesses of other cryptids in the UK. I wouldn't say this is a common response. I would say most people are very forthcoming. And, after a while, and probably more recently, I began to think, why did he respond like that? Why did she, the family member, respond like that? Why kind of the reluctance and even the animosity and a bit of a belligerent attitude there? And I thought, you know what? Maybe something more mysterious happened. If it's a wild cat that somebody released from their menagerie, or in the 70s after the Dangerous Wild Animal Act came into play, and it was hungry and it killed a few sheep, and they saw it. We saw a black leopard, it'd probably just die because it won't survive here. Why would there be such an attitude about it? Maybe something more sinister happened, or maybe it was a different kind of animal. and I started thinking, maybe these kills were by the British Bigfoot. Maybe a Woodwose did this, and maybe that's why they're so reluctant to talk about it, because it's something a lot bigger and scarier than even a black leopard. Perhaps the narrative that we were fed, which is, oh yeah, no, it was a big cat and we saw it, and the sniper saw it but didn't shoot it, which you wonder why they didn't, was just a ruse that was fed to us because they saw something quite a lot different. One witness I've been in communication with was a soldier, was in training up at Cannock Chase, and said he saw a Bigfoot that looked like Patty. So could it be that these Marines ran into something that they needed to have an official yarn for? Could it be this farmer and his family have encountered something that is something big and scary and mysterious that they really don't want to talk about? I remember reading a couple years ago online a story of a creature being shot by a farmer, I believe it was in Scotland, and it almost resembled the devil monkeys of the southern states of the US, or the rougarou. Is kind of baboon primate wolf looking thing. They couldn't really describe it. It was basically 7 foot long. It had been killing livestock. They saw it in a field. The group of farmers hunted it down and they shot this thing dead. What became of it, we don't know, but the description to me was almost like some form of large prehistoric mustelid. I'm not sure which one, but maybe it was that. Maybe it was something different. Maybe it was something entirely different to the run-of-the-mill melanistic leopard or mountain lion running amok in the UK. Let me know your thoughts, because I think I know we have more than one cryptid here. We have alien big cats, we have the Woodwose, we have sea serpents, we have lake monsters. Obviously in the British Isles, the most famous in the world is the Loch Ness Monster Nessie. We've got Bow Nessie, we've got lake monsters in Ireland. And perhaps we have other things that are not regularly reported or regularly seen. Regularly seen. It was quite a number of years ago now, but a creature was sighted around Falmouth in Cornwall. It was quite a number of years ago now, but a creature was sighted around Falmouth in Cornwall that was described as bipedal, but cat-like, with a long bushy tail with noticeable fangs sticking out and reflective eyes. And it just sounds bizarre. To me, possibly a released or escaped binturong, but they don't tend to walk on their back legs. But this thing was described as almost kangaroo-like. Also, down in these parts of the world, South Devon, we had the green-faced monkey man, which one day I'm going to go down to there and investigate. We've got some other strange cryptids that could be behind some of these sheep and other livestock killings. And if they are, that would mean that people will be a lot more reluctant to talk about them than even alien big cats, for fear of being labeled as being crazy or mistaken. It was just a badger or something. So that's my theory. Let me know in the comments what you think. Could there have been something else behind the Exmoor Beast legend? Is there something else behind it? Could some of the other livestock killings around the UK be the result of the presence of the British Bigfoot or another cryptid? Let me know, but it just got me thinking that incident a few years back when I tried to investigate the case and was met with that kind of brick wall of hostility. Anyway, please let me know what you think. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. It really helps. We've also got some cool merchandise, exclusive Bigfoot and cryptid designs. The link's in the description. Please check them out. Please check out our affiliate partners, iHerbs, and also the Power Tools as well. If you need any of those things, it will really help the channel to continue and to grow. I put many hours of uncompensated work into this for the sake of passion and as a platform for people to share their experiences. So if any way you could support, or even via the donation link, it would help me to continue on those long dark nights when I'm at my laptop at midnight and beyond working on videos for your entertainment. Anyway, catch you all soon on Cryptid Watch. Catch you next time. God bless you.